Right. Okay. All right. So, Sabbath is coming this Saturday. Can't wait. Well, Friday night to Saturday night. All right. If you're here, like and subscribe. This is Levi Pearl. My government name is Whiskey Moses. All right. Trying to change it soon, maybe. Well, definitely. It's probably gonna be Moses Levite, Israel and Israel. One of those. Who knows? But either way, I'm here, and we're about to give you some updates about what's going on with the channel. Right now, this is the drive and talk. All we're doing is just coming up with ideas, giving you updates on what's already happening, what's going on, and what the plan is for coming months. And hopefully next, Lord's willing. Okay? Alright, so like I said, I already finished the whole embroidery thing. All the different classes I was supposed to do for it, I did that. Next step is to hook up with a very important, influential person that helped me get the embroidery machine. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna name drop. If he doesn't like it, I'll see if I can move it off. If I can cut a clip out. So AW Production, he has an embroidery class that he performs. If you need it, you just go to his website and you book a session. So I did that. Next step is to see if I can hook up with him and maybe get a session. But it's kind of weird because the minute I start using the machine, I already know how to use it. So I'm probably not. But if possible, I may just book a session. Literally, I'm just gonna show you how to do everything. Go on the site, book a session. I may ask his permission to do maybe like a snippet of it, him teaching and all that stuff, if possible. That's a future thing that may or may not happen once I get more involved into the whole embroidery process, because I have currently I've acquired a few software to be able to like digitize and all that. So we're gonna go through the process. There's this guy called Ramiro Prince or something like that, and he has classes where he teaches how to embroider and digitize, especially on hats or caps, whichever one you want to prefer, say. So I have a lot in the embroidery arsenal waiting, and part of the reason, in case you didn't know, like the machine I got, the multi-needle, is extremely expensive. I haven't tried to just mess with it and throw videos out there because I want to get a little bit more of a handle on it. Last thing I want is for the machine to mess up because I'm using it randomly. So I want to get a hand for it, a little bit of understanding, and then eventually start some videos. But before I do that, I have my PE that's just sitting there. I'm gonna start off with like doing some PE videos where I'm gonna just show you how exactly to use a single needle. I also purchased for the single needle multi bobbin placements. Basically a place that holds more than one, not multi-bobbin, multi-thread placement. It's just a place that holds different colored threads, and it allows you like through a little hole to feed different colored threads through it. And if you are not able to purchase like a full, how can I say it, multi-needle embroidery machine like I have, because it's just super expensive, it's not in your budget, or credit issues or whatever. And I will also see if I can get a link, so you can just use my link so you can purchase your embroidery machine, right? So we're gonna be talking about that. So basically, I'm gonna show you my digitizer. I'm just gonna do a series on digitizing, and then I'm gonna show you how you get the files, all that stuff. Afterwards, I'm gonna use the digitized files, and we're gonna be embroidering some shirts. After embroidering the shirts, we're gonna be trying out different hoops, and also I purchased some mighty hoops, which I will be doing an unboxing for also. And right now I just have the regular size ones. I want to get the bigger size ones, so I'm going to be purchasing the bigger size ones soon, hopefully. So when this embroidery process starts, I know it's going to take off, because embroidery, for some reason, everybody wants embroidery, because everybody wants to wear a hat, like the fitted caps especially. So because of that, you're looking at, and then also with embroidery, you have to have, like, even if you have a one needle machine or a multi-needle machine, it's really good to have set amounts. I wouldn't do more than 10 if I'm doing embroidery, unless it's for somebody that's special to you, or somebody you trust, or somebody that you know that you don't mind doing a favor for, right? So that's embroidery. Next up is, oh, if you're here, like and subscribe, just Levi Apparel. All right. Next up, oh, let me finish up wrapping with the embroidery. So yeah, so we're gonna do case by case situations, scenarios, and all that stuff, so we can get like a good idea on like the whole embroidery process. You know, I have it all set up, and this time around, when it comes to content I'm putting out, I pre-plan it, and I set it up in a way where it could be more of a tutorial, and you can from it. And then also I want to set it up so like I can set the different time spans on it, so you can see what's happening at different times. All right, so there's a lot coming with embroidery. Stay tuned. But right now I have a lot of things happening with just regular screen printing, vinyl, and also DTF. I acquired another DTF machine. All right. You'll see what it's about. But for now, yeah, I acquired another DTF machine from a really good friend. If you're looking at my Instagram, you'll be able to see like what kind of machine it is, and from you seeing what kind of machine it is, you'll have an idea about what I'm about to do. I already got the refillable cartridges, so next step is to just use it, see if it works. If it works, load the inks. Well, load the ink, see if it works. If everything goes through, we're gonna be printing some prints. It can do 11 by 17 prints. So this is, and also it's a 4-color. Like, my goal right now is to focus on doing a lot of light color shirts, and by doing these light color shirts, I'm going to be applying DTF prints on them, and I'm going to be using printers that only have 4 colors. I have a printer that has 6 color, but it's always good to have extra. All right, so upon having all that, it's going to set me up, because in case you didn't know, I also have a brand. It's called Acrorip Wear, and I already have the channel for it. Trademark is pretty much pending, so you know, everything's in the works, and we're about to, you know, move forward. After that, I have another channel which I started And that channel basically is a religious channel. Now, I'm not trying to pull anybody from their congregation or anything like that. It's just basically disseminating information about the holy days, the scriptures, and then giving you links to like credible people. Basically, you know, links to what I already know, you know, pretty much. So that's what's going on with that as far as like what I'm doing in the background. But in the foreground, as far as the channel itself, I already spoke about embroidery. I've just spoken to you about DTF. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into DTF. And yeah, so with the DTF machine I have, currently I have two light color DTF. When I say light color DTF, it's just DTF ink without the white. That's it. Because when you have a regular printer with refillable cartridges, it can only print 4 colors: C, Y, M, K, cyan, magenta, and K is for black. So because of that, because of that, you can only print on light color t-shirts. So that's why I also call it DTF light. So basically all it is, you take a printer like an Epson printer, that's a really good one, right? You buy refillable cartridges, right? Epson 7710 or the 7820, those are the two I have. You take those and then you just buy refillable cartridges, put your DTF ink in there. I even have a video shop because I'm not the first one to do it. All that is coming up. So I have the DTF printers, the 2 of them, light colors, and then I have another one that I'm trying to get set up, but apparently it has one of the cartridges messed up, so it may be a no-go. However, I think the cartridges can be used by similar similar printers. So I'm gonna hold on to the cartridge. If it doesn't work, I may have to scrap the printer. It's the Epson 7800. It's sitting there. I've able to acquire all the cartridges needed. I even got the maintenance tank. The maintenance tank is where the ink goes into after it's been used. That's the waste ink. So I've been able to change that. The cartridges, I just need to load them. And then once I get all that set up, the next goal is to get that printing and then hopefully use that large format printer to do transfers for anybody who wants it. And if my brand takes off, I may be doing a lot of transfers for my brand, but it's mostly there just in case I run into an issue where it's like I'm selling more transfers than I'm selling merch or anything else, then I may go for it. All right, but yeah, that's what that brand is there for. I don't know how to take that off. Anyways, I mean, that's what that printer is there for. You gotta love live. So basically that's what's happening as far as the channel. We're moving forward. We're doing a lot of big things. Currently I have all the equipment that I need for coming up. As far as updates, I have been doing a lot of screen printing. So, oh, you know what? Let me go back DTF real quick. Oh, with the DTF, I'm going to be doing a how-to because a lot of people don't realize the Acrorip 9.03 is a really good software. The only issue is if you don't tell your firewall that this is a software that you put in there, it's going to think that your Acrorip software is a virus. So you need to know how to set it up. There's videos on how to set it up. I'm gonna see if I can do one that's a little bit more detailed. All right. So yeah, that's it for DTF. Next, screen printing. So with screen printing, I've done screen printing before. The only issue I find with screen printing is the process is really long. However, it's still not the worst. You know, there's always a way around things. If you have, oh yeah, so with screen printing, I've been doing a lot of like screen printing vinyl cutouts, and all it is like I just take the vinyl, the heat transfer vinyl you would apply to shirts, because the screen itself is a fabric, right? Polyester. What you can do is like cut out the image that you want. Just make sure it's not too small of an image. Remove the actual image that would be there and just leave the background. Put it on the screen, and where the image would be, that's where the ink would go. It would replace the image itself. And then when you remove the screen, all you have is just where the image would go, as far as like how the stencil would look, right? I have tons of videos on it. Just check it out. All right. So yeah, so that's basically screen printing with vinyl, right? HTV vinyl. Please do not use the sticker vinyl. The sticker vinyl really is horrible. Like one issue I find with the sticker vinyl is after you do a certain amount of prints, it wears out the adhesive, because remember, you're squeegeeing, so you're pushing ink, and as you're pushing ink, the adhesive is getting ink into it, and it's moving your image, I mean your vinyl out of the way. But that's with sticker vinyl. But if you use HTV, heat transfer vinyl, it's different, because it's already adhered to the fabric. You know, adhere meaning like it's stuck permanently to the fabric, unless you use VLR. So I'm gonna do a video where, okay, oops, I messed up. That's not the image I wanted. Let me remove the vinyl, and I'm just gonna use VLR to just remove it, right? So you can reuse a screen over and over, you know? All you gotta do is just make sure that screen is always clean. Of course, you always have to apply proper maintenance to your machines. Your screen is also considered basically holes, right? Basically holes, right? A mesh is basically a collar hole, right? So you have to do holes. I love my holes. All right. So smaller, meaning more fabric, and since you have more fabric, what we can do with that is apply a heat transfer vinyl on top of it. Wherever the vinyl is blocking the hole, ink will not go through. Wherever the hole is not blocked, ink will go through. Hence a stencil. You're basically creating a stencil, right? So that's why I've been focusing on when it comes to like screen printing, multi-jobs. If it's like two, if it's multicolors, then what I'll do is I'll use a DTF method. Or if I feel like it's multicolors, but it's like letters, I might use the white toner method. If it's color, if it's just a letter in multicolors, right? white toner works really great. But if you want like super crisp image and it's like an image of a face, you're gonna want to go with DTF. So for every situation, there's a method. There's a famous YouTuber. He said always have tools in your tool belts to help you along with whatever method of printing that you're doing. All because you see a screen printing or a heat transfer t-shirt shop or a print shop with all these different machines. It may look like abundance, but every single one of them serve a purpose, right? DTF is more for like super colorful designs, multicolors, and with like a crisp look, i.e. a face, an image, with soft hand feel, right? White toner printer, in my opinion, is more for like letters, numbers, you know what I'm saying? So there's a method for everything, all right? Okay. Embroidery is more like a professional finish, high end, and that's why I usually charge more than you would for a shirt. If you charge $10 for a shirt, you better be charging at least $15 more for that embroidery, because the time it takes, plus you have to send a file to somebody to digitize it for you, or you may have to digitize it, so it takes time. No matter what the image is, you still have to set up the digitizer so it can properly give you the image, or to go into software and you know, even if somebody already comes with the file, so you may have to look at it and tweak it a little bit. So always charge the extra $15 if needed, or whatever amount you feel comfortable, right? So that's screen printing. So screen printing, vinyl is that's basically the method I'm using. Now, will I have constant like screen printing vinyl videos? Yes. But will I show also how to do regular screen printing? Yeah, I've done regular screen printing before, where I coat the screen with emulsion. No, first clean up the screen, coat the screen with emulsion after it's dried, right? Let the emulsion dry, put an image, a film with a black image on there. So afterwards, you spray the image down, remove the emulsion, then you have yourself basically a stencil, you know, a screen with an image on it. And then from there, you let it dry, and then once it's dry, you align the image correctly, make sure everything is up to par with where you want all the colors lined up. And then you have screen printing image ready to go. You know, do a few test runs, and there it is. So I've done screen printing before. The reason why I have stayed away from it in the past is because I have a blue Amazon press, and that blue Amazon press is not super aligned, so it's hard to do those like super fine images, multicolor, that's like butt on butt, like really stuck onto each other, and you have to get it exact so you don't have that fake white line on there. So it's been a long journey, purchasing all these different equipments to make sure I'm able to do multi-colors. But now I'm back to like screen printing, and I love the fact now I get to actually love screen printing, because if somebody gives me a multicolor, I can just throw it to DTF. Or if I don't feel like doing screen printing and the color's not that complex to weed out, I'll just do vinyl. I have so many avenues of being able to deliver image on shirt. It's amazing. I love it. The whole journey. I'm glad you took it with me, and we're gonna do more. So on top of screen printing, I've already done some videos. I've showed you some equipment. I've showed you where to get the screen printing machines, right? So what's going on with screen printing as far as the shop? We're going to be doing a lot more screen printing. I know first we've already done one color multi because one color, right? Next we're gonna do two color and three color, and eventually we're gonna try to push it to four color, you know, and then we're gonna do the rainbow where you put multi inks together and then you squeegee an image with the multi inks on there, you know. But I'm gonna be doing primarily now my tutorials when I do them. It's going to be directed more to stuff for my brand, you know. So now I don't have to wait for an order to come in and be like, oh, I got an order. Hey, check this video out on how to do this, you know. So that's screen printing vinyl, and that's screen printing. And like I said, I'm going to show you the whole method, step by step screen printing. So yeah, so that's what's going on with the channel. What else? I covered embroidery, DTFs, screen printing. All right. Oh, when it comes to sublimation. Yeah, when it comes to sublimation, I'm going to be doing videos on that, but there's one thing on sublimation that I have not mastered fully. I mastered being able to tile the image, like put it together, because I had a small press and I had a small printer, but I still have a small printer. So the next step is to be able to tile the sublimation image together, basically put them together in a collage, so I can do all over sublimation or all over front t-shirt sublimation. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. So all over front t-shirt sublimation, and then I'm gonna do all over back t-shirt sublimation, and then eventually I'm gonna do all over front and back sublimation. There we go. So that's what, you know, to be looking out for. I'm gonna replay the video as many times as I can and recap a lot of things that I said, because this is quickly like a minute for my channel. That's what I use these lives for, so I can set a goal, accomplish that goal, and then talk back about what happened during that, like what was the ups and downs of getting to that goal, you know. And then as you can see, I set various goals here, so we're gonna recap on all of them, and then eventually we're gonna know what's going on with the channel. Now finally we're at I think we're at 14K, almost 15K, but I'd love to see the channel one day at 20K, preferably before the year's over. That would be really great. If you're there, like, subscribe, share with friends and family. Oh, also, I've acquired long awaited, but I needed that YouTube money to get here. So like I always say, reinvest into your business with the same profit that your business makes to help it grow. So I was able to acquire a camera, so it's a little bit more high def than my phone, so be on the lookout for that. I may do an unboxing, or I may just use the camera and then just take a mirror and show you the camera, you know. But yeah, so that's what's going on with the channel. Like and subscribe. This is Levi Apparel. Thank you for joining me, and we need to try to keep these like minutes less than 45. These lives more less than 45 minutes. We talked about embroidery, DTF, sublimation, screen printing. What else is there? For some people who don't do shirt designs, they just apply images to different substrates, right? So different materials, including hard and soft surface. I gotta do some mugs, sublimation. Also, I gotta try to see if I can do some mug, white toner printing. I have the materials for all those things, and I need to do some tutorials on them. Also, I need to do some stuff for some people. And oh, you know what? I might as well say, I'm gonna see if I can open one of those stores, because I have a potential client that I'm trying to get. It's a big client. They're actually a corporation. It's a hospital. If I can acquire that company's contract and be a contractor for them, what I may need to learn and be able to do is open a store for them where they can just upload whatever image they want. The person orders the shirt, can go there, order the shirt, and then all that happens with me, I get an email saying, hey, you got a new order, and then I just press fulfill, ship, complete, through the whole process, and they get this stuff, right? So that's the new goal, to see if I can acquire one of those websites from stalls, so I can be able to, just do shops for different companies, and they can have their own merch on their own websites created for them via the stall's multi-store website, But yeah, that's the goal. If not this year, maybe next year. But we got a lot happening. All right. Like and subscribe. This is Levi Apparel. All right. Cool. I got me out.